Hey guys, Waterfowler41 here, and in today's video we're going to be replacing the rear logo on the tailgate of my 2023 Raptor. So I've been playing with some ideas, trying to black things out on the back of the truck but not overdo it. And right now I'm running an overlay, so it's basically a matte black backing, and then the Ford itself is a separate piece of vinyl that's cut out in gloss vinyl. It looks cool. I just don't think it really blends well with the rest of my truck. So what we're going to be doing today is removing this logo and replacing it with the black Ford factory emblem here. So it's still black, but it's got kind of a cool gunmetal trim instead of the chrome that comes on here. And it really does tie in nicely with the gunmetal of the bumpers on the Raptor here. So you have to buy this as a kit. I don't know if you could buy this on its own. So you buy it, and I'll leave a part number and everything down below. But it also comes with the front emblem for trucks that have, obviously, the front logo. Raptors don't, so maybe I'll just give this one away. So if you're interested in this guy, let me know. It doesn't have the camera, so it's going to be kind of a base model truck that you're going to be able to put this on, XLTs maybe, not necessarily Tremors or anything like that. But we're just going to be using the rear emblem. I'm pretty certain that's the same exact size dimensionally, so this should be a pretty easy swap. Now, just flipping this guy over, you can see there are 5 clips and then 2 guide pins, and then there's white backing. So that's an adhesive foam gasket that is behind the logo and allows everything just to kind of stick up nicely here. So in this video, we're going to replace that guy. So what we're going to do first is get these guys off the top of the tailgate, open this up, and then we're going to undo all of these Torx bits here on my Billy Barr's tailgate cover, and then get access to the back of the logo. All right, so once you get that tailgate cover off, you can see the back of the logo is right there, and you get really clean access to there. I'm just gonna grab some needle nose pliers, and what I'm gonna do is just push on those pins and push the logo out. That way I could free it up off of here, and then we can get on the other side of the tailgate with a plastic pry tool and just carefully pry it off the truck. It should be pretty simple. This is adhesive here, so maybe some heat might help us, but let's go ahead and get some needle nose in there and start digging at that guy. All right, so we got the factory emblem off. Did not come off with any of that adhesive, so it looks like we're gonna have some work. Easiest way to do it was just to free up the 2 clips you can get to, so you can get to this one pretty easily, as well as this one with some movement of this little harness, and just taking a pair of, where'd my needle nose go? Oh, lost them. But take your needle nose pliers and just push on the back of the logo, and it just pops straight out, and then you can reach underneath and pull it the rest of the way out. The clips do free up. Let's get the tailgate closed here and take a look at what we're working with underneath that logo. Should be pretty easy. Yeah, it's just this stuff. So, oh, and it's peeling off super easy. So we'll get this stuff all peeled off here. We go ahead and clean up the area, get some isopropyl alcohol on there, and then all we gotta do is just slap this bad boy right into place, and it looks like it's gonna fit perfect, and it's gonna look nice on the back of the Raptor. All right, so we have the surface cleaned up, prepped, ready to go. That foam was really easy to get off of. I think it's really more so there as just kind of a vibration isolator, not really as an actual adhesive for the logo. The clips do enough of that on their own. But everything's cleaned off. The pin guide on the right is a perfect circle. This one's slotted, so that tells me we're gonna line up this guy and then just teeter it into place. That way it's centered on the tailgate. And then the top middle clip is the only thing that goes through the body. The rest of it holds up against these edges here. So we're gonna go ahead and peel this backing off here so we get that nice clean foam, and then just pop this guy right into place. It's gonna look great. Like I said, the major difference, other than the black background on this logo, is the trim is not chrome. It's kind of a gunmetal, which looks really nice with the factory Raptor bumper. So it's gonna give it a nice subdued look without being too much. I really did think that that black overlay with the matte black background and the shiny black Ford was just a bit too much, and I think this is kind of a happy medium. So let's get All right, there's the final product. It looks great. Let's get my table out of the way. There you go. You still get the nice Ford pop on the back end of the Raptor, but it does tie in nicely, that gunmetal with the rear Raptor logo here. And since I don't have the rear applique, I get to take advantage of the rear logo here. But anyway, that's how you install or at least replace these. I know a lot of times on my last Ford, this part ended up fading out and you had to replace it on the front grille. So it's pretty similar. Front grille, no clips, but they have these 2 pins, and these 2 pins are actually screwed on with like a self-tapping nut that just basically cuts into the plastic. But if you need to replace your tailgate logo, that's how easy it is. And I will leave a part number to this guy, as well as a part number and a link to the overlay that I had in case you're interested in that one. They have a few different options. I just think this looks that much better on the back of the truck. But anyway, that's how you replace the logo. Appreciate you watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Leave me any questions you got down in the comments, and I will do my best to answer those. Appreciate you all watching. Bye.